Welcome back, everyone. Let's take a live look at the big board, shall we, on Wall Street as the markets to President Trump's ongoing trade war. Right now, the Dow is up 17 points, a little over a half hour after that opening bell.
It kind of looks like a roller coaster, right? Up and down,
Yeah.
up and down. The U.S. pulling.
Not a good one.
That's what investors are saying right now.
It was perfect, actually.
Right now, the U.S. is pulling out of a nearly three-decade-old deal with Mexico, and shoppers will likely feel it at the grocery store.
Yeah, ABC's chief economic correspondent Rebecca Jarvis has more on the immediate impact for consumers and businesses.
And one of the biggest impacts here, guys, you're going to see is on tomatoes. That is because a new tariff on imported fresh tomatoes from Mexico takes effect starting today. It's a 20% tariff. And when you look at some of the importers of tomatoes, they say prices could go up as much as 10% at everywhere from places like your grocery store to bigger box chains that also happen to sell groceries. And think about this. It's not just the tomatoes that cost more money. It's things that use tomatoes. So fresh salsas, some ketchups, some marinara sauces. If they're using imported tomatoes from Mexico, those prices are set to rise. We obviously feel that as consumers at the supermarket, but so do businesses. I talk to small businesses all the time. A lot of the restaurants right here in New York City are talking about this because they've now been dealing with that tariff uncertainty since earlier this year. They've had to adjust their own prices as a result of their costs going up. Now tomato costs, which are really key on a lot of menus here in New York City, think pizza, Italian restaurants, the sandwich shops, the salad shops. All of these places are now feeling those increased costs, and they have to think about how they run their business, whether they can employ the number of people they're currently employing, or if they have to make cuts. You can see that it has a big impact here. Of course, it has an impact on Mexico as well, but it has a big impact on the U.S. economy. And there are also those two other big news items over the weekend about tariffs. The President Trump, saying that he will impose a new 30% tariff on Mexico and the EU on August 1st if they can't come to the negotiating table. Again, major ripple effects on businesses here as well as around the country, guys.
Appreciate Rebecca breaking that down for us.
Always.